what are, if you're speaking to somebody who's brand new to human design and they have line 4 in their profile,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the things you would tell them to help them get a little bit more clarity about the line 4 in your experience?
Yeah. Well, I think the line 4 sort of top line information is about the strength and importance of your personal network and how that can play out in terms of, how you get jobs. That was a big one for me when I was first learning about my human design. I was like, oh, right. Every job I've ever had was because I got recruited into it or referred into it or invited into it through my network. So that one really speaks to me. And then the other piece is 4th line burnout, and how as much as we are deeply involved with our networks, we can also get deeply burnt out by being around people all the time. And so those are the two that have kind of sifted out as like resonant at the beginning.
Okay, it's interesting you bring out the burnout because I have some line 4s in my design. I don't have a line 4 in my profile. One of the things I came across recently was actually a video that talked about line 4 and that burnout, that people burnout. So could you add a little bit more to that and your experience with that?
A whole hour on line 4 burnout for me. So just some background from my perspective. I'm a Sphinx cross. So my line 4s are 13 in my design sun and then 7 in my design earth. And the keynotes there are fatigue and abdication. And that makes so much sense to me. So it's like the fatigue of being around people. My personal experience with that was working in retail, constantly talking to people all day, every day. And I would be exhausted. Like there would be days where I would show up to work and at open, I would be like, oh my God, I have to talk to people today. Like it was a physical kind of fatigue. And for me, that really makes sense on the design side. And then the abdication piece is like, it's almost the result of that. These people are just wearing me out. I'm done. And the burnout piece for me wasn't the same as like projector burnout where the energy completely drops out, but it's like this withdrawal into like needing to be alone, needing to clear the aura and not have other energies around me.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as we're here to externalize to our network, we're also kind of fatigued by externalizing to the network, like it's a little exhausting on some level. And there's a lot of, I don't know, it was like, physical fatigue, mental fatigue, and then the sense that like, I just can't deal with any more resistance from my people. And so that kind of thing of like, this is a pattern in my life personally where I'll be friends with someone for years and years and years and years. And then something will happen and it's like they've pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And then I'll get to a breaking point and then it is over. And there's no looking back. Like I can take a lot as a 4th line in terms of, relational kind of resistance or, compromising in relationships a lot. But there does always seem to come a point where if I've been pushed too much, I'm done. I'm out. And to me, that's like the abdication piece.